Asus is the name of a major computer component company, and they make screens, as you can see here. Well, you can't really tell it's a screen. Now you can tell it's a screen. But they also make motherboards. So when this thing shows up and this powers on, and it says Asus in the beginning, that's showing that I'm the screen. Then later it'll show something for the board, and it might be Asus, it might be ASRock, Gigabyte, some others. So, all right, this client machine. So we'll go down to the power button, which is there. I believe there it is. All right, now we're going to have the up, down, and arrow keys. All right, now those keys light up. I start hitting the F12 right away. And it showed Gigabyte, but wasn't fast enough to get the thing up there to see the Gigabyte splash screen because I had the button being pushed. So please just select your boot device. Now we want to permanently change. Well, permanent means until we change it again. So we're going to go down to where it says Enter Setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Enter Setup. Now, like I was saying, these are the arrow keys. And just for real difficult definitions, we're going to say left arrow. Yes, left. Down arrow. Up arrow. And right arrow. All right. And then we've got this key. That's the return key, also known as the enter key. All right. One finger here just to make sure. That's the one with that arrow on there. Do I have other keyboards around here? Yeah. On some of them, it says return. Some of them, it says enter. And I don't have the one that says enter. But anyway, it's all the same key. So I've got enter setup. I've got this key here. So there it is. Did it do it? And it did. Now, see here it says MIT. I'm not quite sure what that means. I guess I'm supposed to go to college in the East Coast to find that. But that little arrow, that little light is lit up here. I'm going to go over here and over here, and I'm going to go across to the right. I'm going to do that with the right arrow key. Right arrow key brings us to System, Model Name, and again, here we are. All right. So don't mess around with this stuff just for fun. You've got to be careful because you can change things that you don't necessarily want to change. So right now, boot option number 1 is set to Windows. We want it to set to Ubuntu. So I'm going to go down to Ubuntu with the down arrow key, and I'm going to enter, and I'm doing this on Gigabyte. All right, see where it says Gigabyte on there? Now, bottom there, that's Asus, that's a screen. But here on the display, it's showing Gigabyte, that's the motherboard. So this is Gigabyte rules. If it's an Asus motherboard, it will work a little bit differently, and if it's a ASRock motherboard, and then a little bit differently, MSI a little bit differently yet. Everybody's got their own BIOS. So it's a little program that does this. Anyway, I've selected Ubuntu. I'm going to hit, guess what? The return key. Yes. And now it gives me this. So boot option number 2, what do you want it to be? Because right now, it's currently Ubuntu. So I want Windows to be option number 2. All right. That means Ubuntu is number 1. So they switch places. Now, we're going to go across the top where it says Save and Exit. See that? Save and Exit. So, right arrow key. Save and exit. Enter. Do you want to save the changes? Yes or no? And if you made a mistake for some reason, use the right arrow key and go to no. If you didn't make the mistake, use the left arrow key and go back. Or if you never went there, it changed it all. And just hit yes. Hit the enter key. And it's done. And now it's going to reboot the system. And my client's system is going to come up with his username. here it comes. Gigabyte. There's a splash screen showing that's the Gigabyte logic board, the motherboard. And it's showing Ubuntu is booting as an operating system. There we are. It's looking good.